Barb and her guest, Wendy Reed, right here on KPFA after this message.
Roshi Joan Halifax has eased the lives of countless people around the world through her work as a social activist, Buddhist teacher, Zen priest, and anthropologist. Roshi Joan Halifax has now written a book titled Standing at the Edge, describing how we can transform this troubled world. She embodies what she teaches: equanimity, dedication to benefiting others, and putting compassion into action. Roshi Joan Halifax will be here Friday evening, November 2nd, 7:30 p.m. at our co-sponsor, St. John's Presbyterian Church, 2727 College Avenue in Berkeley. There's wheelchair access and some free parking at this KPFA benefit. Gaetano Kazuo Maeda, founder and executive director of the Buddhist Film Foundation, will host. Tickets are available at supportive independent bookstores and at brownpapertickets.com. For November 2nd, Roshi Joan Halifax.
KPFA, KPFB in Berkeley, 88.1 KFCF in Fresno, and online at kpfa.org.
Well, it is the return of Barb. Only, Dirk, I was here in October, actually, but you weren't.
That's right, you switched around.
Yeah, I switched around. I think someone named Joel was subbing for you.
Yes, I was gone.
You were in the desert. I think you were in the desert.
Sierra.
Yeah. So Wendy Reed is here because she has a couple of events in November which we're so excited about. There's one that's happening tomorrow night, which is Friday night. And that's an exhibition of her beautiful scores. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then November 10th at Pro Arts is a very large extravaganza called Ambient Bird 433 with a plethora of wonderful musicians, many of whom have been on this show, and the African Grey Parrot, Lulu, of course, and Wendy Reed. So first, though, I think we should listen to three-piece single number 1, the Lulu Variations. So we could start out with that. What do you think, Wendy?
Yeah, actually that's three-piece number 55.
Oh, it's, I think on the cover, why does it say three-piece? Oh, it's number 55, that's for sure. I was thinking, look, but single number 1.
Yeah, that was my series, my new series of three-piece singles.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's, I can see now.
I see. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So without further ado, let's listen to Wendy Reed, Lulu Variations, or a portion of it, and then we'll tell you where to go on the 10th, the 2nd also, but especially on the 10th to hear this extravaganza. Well, that was a short excerpt from Tree Piece number 55, featuring Lulu the African Grey, and Wendy Reed on violin, and Buchla Lightning.
And Tom Damley.
Yeah, Tom Damley on trumpet. Muted trumpet? Muted trumpet, yes. I did a bit of due diligence here and there. So that is available. That's a CD available. It's Nanty Records. And I know that if you Google Wendy Reed, she has a wonderful website, and it'll give you all the information about how to get that CD. Or download it, and I know it's CD Baby and all that stuff. But let's get to the performance on the 10th. Ambient Bird 433 at Pro Arts Gallery. It's a piece featuring Wendy and Lulu, Aurora, Brenda Hutchinson, Ron Hagelin, and then a cast of many. And tell me more about the piece, because it's outdoors, right? On the plaza at Franco Galva Plaza?
Yes, it's on the plaza, and it's a piece for 3 ensembles. And it's called Ambient Bird 433 because it's basically a bird chaconne, which is has this ostinato that repeats 12 times. The ostinato is an extremely long ostinato of 4 minutes and 33 seconds, which you get the name from.
I'm just going to adjust the mic so you're way close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
4 minutes and 33 seconds is a bird ostinato, which it kind of is the whole structure of the piece. And that's Lulu doing her sounds and her special language that repeats after 4 minutes and 33 seconds 12 times. So the whole piece is approximately 55 seconds.
And 4 minutes and 33 seconds is a very important number in avant-garde music because it's John Cage's famous piece, right?
Exactly. The silent piece.
The silent piece.
Ambient piece, however you want to describe it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite pieces, if not my favorite.
But one of them. So, okay, there's a plethora of people in the 3 different ensembles. So why don't you name them all? Do you have a list?
I have this list.
Okay.
I think I can.
And some of the listeners will recognize names of people that have been on the show many times on Crack of Dawn, including myself.
Okay. Well, I'm going to name the Mills Contemporary Performance Ensemble first.
Okay.
They're Ensemble 2. Rodrigo Barriga, electric bass. Peter Egertson, violin. Tony Gennaro, percussion. Lee Hodel, double bass. Jake Parker, Scott, saxophone. Mitch Stallman, flute. Jess Tambellini, trumpet. Matthew Wong, saxophone. Maya Ziai, voice. And then this is Steve Cowart is the director of this group.
Cowart.
Steve Cowart. Yeah. And then Frog Pond 433 is composer friends of ours that actually were in an event called Frog Pond 433 where they each composed a 4 minute and 33 second composition. So this group is Kat Ashley, voice and laptop, Kenneth Ashley, laptop, Nancy Beckman, shakuhachi, Tom Bickley, recorder and electronics, John Bischoff, laptop, Chris Bobrowski, Gliss Glass, Barbara Golden, Sulene and Jagog, Sylvia Matus, bird whistles, Maggie Payne, flute recorder, bird whistles, Tim Perkis, laptop, and Brian Reinbolt, tweet boxes.
That's going to be so beautiful. Yeah, so be there. And that's from 7 to 9?
It's actually, the piece starts at 7:05 and ends exactly at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so be there at Franco Galva Plaza on November 10th, Saturday. And then a special exhibition of Wendy's beautiful scores in the window of Pro Arts, which will be tomorrow night. Well, it's really technically Friday, but let's say tomorrow night. But it's Friday night, November 2nd. And tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I write an ongoing set of musical processes called tree pieces.
Which we've heard lots of on this show, too.
And so the thing that's very unique about them is I created a special kind of score for them. They're based on cell-like units of sound. So the scores are like little trees, or not so little trees sometimes, that you start reading the score at the bottom with these little cell-like sound units. And it usually develops as a main part of the piece as the trunk. So the notation goes straight up. And then there's choices musicians can make, so they can veer off to the right or left and play the branches, which are notated, so you can choose what kind of improvisation you want to do, or semi-improvisation, I should say.
These are in the window. These are paper scores in the window.
Yeah, they're in the window, and it's a bit difficult to describe. It's better to just go and look at them.
Yeah, so be there. I think that I read that there's light refreshment and drinks available at this. It's because it's a reception.
That's right.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So show up. It's at 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. Tomorrow night, Friday, November 2nd. So, Wendy, we were really looking forward to playing and can't wait to be in the piece, see the piece, the whole deal. And thank you so much for coming.
Well, thank you for having me, and I really appreciate all this publicity for these events.
It's a pleasure. And of course, if you want to phone, we're going to play some. I'm going to play some music. A new release from Philip Greenleaf, PG-13. So stick around, though, because maybe some people will want to talk to you on the phone. So do give us a call at 510-848-4425 if you'd like to speak to Wendy Reid, the tree piece, Bird Gal, or me, Barb. And let's hear some Philip Greenleaf right now. Yowza. Gosh, that wasn't what I was expecting at all. So it's Philip Greenleaf, John Sherba, Thomas Scondura. I guess Thomas is the guy playing the drums. I think I don't know him. So the album's called PG-13. And the first track 1, 3, 5, and 7 are the totally outrageous but absolutely true adventures of George Cleaver the cat. And track 2, the utterly those songs about the cat are by Philip Greenleaf. And then the track 2 was the utterly spectacular but possibly specious escapades of Bloom the dog. Who is a lovely looking dog, maybe a basset hound, I'm not sure. And those songs are by John Sherba. Nice album. On it's new. So 2018, Philip Greenleaf, John Sherba, Edge Tone Records. Nice. So a couple of things I wanted to tell you about coming up. Sunday afternoon, 5 to 6, right on Shattuck Avenue, outside on the plaza there, 2170 Shattuck. Off the Grid. Lisa Graciano and Paul Miller's band called Purnamasari, my favorite fusion band, is playing for 1 hour from 5 to 6 on Sunday afternoon. Please show up. It's free, of course, outside. And I'm banging on things. I'm playing percussion on stuff. It's a blend of Balinese music and it's sort of indie rock and roll. Very, very nice. So, show up there. And November 3rd at Mills College, Las Sucias, Denista Riviera, and I forgot the other gal's name, but they're a duo. And starting off the set is Letitia Tsunami at Mills College. Letitia Tsunami, James Fay, and I can't read my writing. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sina Parkins, I know, and there's one more person, and for the life of me, I can't remember who it is. But that's good enough, isn't it? That's enough people. Mills College, November 3rd, Saturday night. So, big weekend. And then, of course, November 10th, Frank Agua Plaza, the Lulu Variations with the cast of thousands, Ambient Bird 433, Wendy Reed's piece. Philip Greenleaf will be, amongst other places, Monday the 12th at Studio Grand with Kyle Bruckman and, again, can't read my writing. Sorry about that, everybody, but I'll be at Studio Grand Monday the 12th, Philip Greenleaf. And Friday the 16th, Adobe Books, 3130 24th Street, right at Folsom, easy to get to. Again, Letitia Tsunami and Wobbly playing a duo, electronics, and then Chris Brown with some other people. And on the Bart Plaza too, Chris Brown has an installation that's going on till December 17th. So just show up anywhere, anytime between 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. Get a coffee and hang out and listen to his music. It's called Flow and Place. So that's about it. A few things. Oh, I have something on the back here. Teresa Wong. Yeah, sculpting for medieval and modern vocal improv. That's Wednesday the 7th at the Berkeley Piano Club, 2724 Haste. And it's a benefit for Varia Voices, so it's $35, but well worth it. Give me a call if you like. I'm Barb. It's Crack o' Dawn. First Thursday night, Friday morning of the month. And we are going to listen to... Christopher Davidson and Tim Walters. Circular Firing Squad. It's a new, I think it's fairly new. It's an artifact record called Oxide.
Hi, this is Tom Mazzolini inviting you to join me every Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. for the Blues by the Bass show here on KPFA. I'll be playing the latest blues CD releases as well as some of the great classics. Also featured will be unique blues rarities, interviews, blues news, and musician profiles. So join me every Saturday starting at noon, where we will take a journey down to the Bay of Blues right here on KPFA.
I don't mean to hurt you, baby, and I'm sorry if I do.
And you are listening to KPFA, KPFB in Berkeley, 94.1 and 89.3 FM. KFCF in Fresno, that's 88.1 FM. And K248BR in Santa Cruz, 97.5 FM. Online at kpfa.org, streaming everywhere. I'm Barb, it's crack o' dawn. First Thursday evening, Friday morning of the month. And we're listening to Christopher Davidson and Tim Walters, Circular Firing Squad. It's an Artifact label, and the album is called Oxide. And let's keep on listening. Keep those calls coming in, 510-848-4425.